Use the scroll bar to scroll down and select perimeter from the list of available analytics. The video analytic overlay will appear with the new perimeter analytic listed. Click Edit to continue the configuration. The perimeter analytic functions similar to the line crossing, except that it encompasses a 4-sides boundary which tracks a person or object crossing the user's defined boundary on any of the 4 sides. Click the Hide button to remove the toolbar for easier adjustment of the perimeter zone. You will be presented with a default perimeter zone. To adjust the location, simply click, hold, and drag the highlighted zone to the preferred location within the video player. Resize and reshape the detection area to create the perimeter. To do so, click, hold and drag the corners of the perimeter zone. Click the Unhide button to restore the configuration toolbar. The final step to configure the perimeter analytic is to set the sensitivity. Use the slider to adjust the sensitivity, keeping in mind that higher values increase the sensitivity, thereby making it more susceptible to smaller objects or movements, and sometimes more false alarms. Once you have outlined your perimeter and adjusted the sensitivity, as necessary, click the checkbox to save the configuration. If you are ready to start this analytic, you can click the Start button here. Otherwise, click the X to return to the video analytic overlay. If you didn't start the analytic in the previous step, you can click Start here to activate the analytic. To remove the analytics controls from the display, simply click the Analytics button on the toolbar. Notice that the analytic is analyzing movement in the video stream by placing bounding boxes around potential targets that are, or could, meet the criteria you specified for this analytic. You can also see that events are now appearing on the timeline. Video analytics are invaluable tools for proactive management of events that take place in the view of a camera. However, they are among the more challenging and subjective components to configure within the next-level Unified Security Suite. With that in mind, let's review a few of the most common problems and solutions for setting up video analytics. Noisy scenes. Noisy scenes can cause errant bounding boxes to be created in unexpected locations. To resolve issues with noise, try decreasing the sensitivity to filter out as much of the noise as possible. Missing bounding boxes. People or other objects are moving through the detection areas but the system is not applying bounding boxes. Typically, missing bounding boxes can be resolved by increasing the sensitivity. People count is too high, or too low. There are a few best practices to keep in mind when configuring people counting. First, try to adjust the camera angle as close to straight down as possible. It is also important to minimize or eliminate severe lighting changes within the camera view. Next, if the count is too high, try making the detection area smaller or farther apart. Whereas, if the count is too low, adjust the zones to be larger or closer together. Finally, as with the other analytics, you may need to adjust the sensitivity to obtain the desired performance. Keep in mind that the configuration of analytics may take a few attempts to get the detection areas and sensitivity thresholds adjusted to assure the best performance possible. We have reviewed each of the analytics that are available as part of the Unified Security Suite, the configuration of each analytic, and some common problems and solutions with video analytics. Before we conclude the analytics portion of the Unified Security Suite training, we will cover video forensics. Please return to the analytics playlist to review forensics.